Hey guys, Turnigy here. Sorry, I haven't had a video out in a while. I've been working at the fair pretty much every day. So, a little update, my UMP45 HPA does work. I ordered a new nozzle because the FPS is really low, and it's very inconsistent because my nozzle's not long enough. The bucking and everything, the hop-up seems to be functioning properly and hopping my BBs, but with the low FPS, it's not getting as much hop to it. Obviously, it seems to be that way. With most guns, it's like that. The more power you have, it's going to hop a little bit better most of the time. I guess it totally depends on your situation, what type of gun you're using, and HPA is totally different from an AEG. So, but again, I ordered a new nozzle. It should be here maybe Wednesday, maybe Thursday, probably Wednesday or Thursday. I will get it installed the day that I get it because I don't start work till 3, so I have to leave at like 2. So I can be there early, but I should have videos out next week. I may wait till I'm done with the fair to make videos on it, but I do assure you the last part for that gun is coming. To get it functioning, my magazines, the high caps, the double eagle high caps that I have are garbage, so I'm going to have to buy some new mags, but it's going to function, so we'll see how the new nozzle turns out. I bought a UMP nozzle, and a bunch of people told me that they put that in their UMP, and it works fine, so we'll see. And also my PTW is going to be done around the same time. I'm waiting on electronics and a motor, and they were shipped out 3 days ago from China, so I should get them end of next week, hopefully. So basically, I'm going to be reviewing Turnigy Lipo batteries. So we have the Nano-Tech stuff, and then you have just kind of the RC car stuff. You get them in boxes. I think the Nano-Tech ones are going to be the black boxes, and I'm pretty sure the just the RC car batteries, the generic ones, are going to be white boxes, I believe, because that's what it looks like to me here. Yeah, because I have a big white one for one of the Turnigy non-Nano-Tech airsoft lipos. So Turnigy makes Nano-Tech and just for airsoft and just standard RC car stuff. So if you're not worried about having, you could put you could zip tie or tape or use a battery bag for a big brick battery. You could use Turnigy more RC car oriented stuff. Like this is Glacier, like this is not for airsoft, but you can wire it to Dean's, you can strap it to the side of your gun and run it. I mean, obviously this would fit in like a stock, probably this would fit in a Scar too. But most batteries from Turnigy that are non-airsoft will come bigger. This is a 2200 25C 7.4 that is on Rob's gun. It's just taped to the side of his stock. It's nice and small, and it gives great power. It's a 25 to 35C, and without a MOSFET, the gun can handle it. Nano-Tech one, they'll come with wrapping, bubble wrap, and then also an instruction manual. Read this if it's your first lipo. And then if you get them from Hobby King, it'll come in a box like this with some brown paper in there. It's very secure. This is from the inside of the boxes here. I emptied most of them. As you can see, I have a ton of boxes back here, Lipo boxes. So basically, as an example, this is a 9.6 nunchuck, 1600. These are not very good. If you were to charge this up, if I were to charge this up today and then come back in 2 weeks, it would be completely dead. That's just the way they are. They just die over time without even using them, and you're gonna have to charge it back up. So that's why with these, it's very important to charge it up right before you're gonna play. And most of the time, the night before is not exactly the best idea. You need to have multiple of these. But if you could do it the morning of, go ahead. You charge it up, green light, and then you leave to go play. That'd be the best scenario. So, Nano-Tech batteries. So, this is a stock KWA-M4 inside. It's got a big suppressor on here. It does have some foam in it, but it doesn't make it too much quieter. A huge inner barrel goes to here, so it's just a little bit of foam. And a red dot. On the inside of it, we have a Nano-Tech 7.4 Lipo. This is Ben's gun. It is a 2,000 milliamp, so this will last him all day. Really, no matter who you are, 2,000 milliamps is going to last you all day. With a 7.4 or an 11.1 a Lipo, 2,000 milliamps should last you all day, unless you are a saw gunner or something like that. You've got a light machine gun, something like that. But 2,000 milliamp will last Sam the whole day easy. Worst case, he does have that 9.6 nunchuck that I just had. That is his second battery, because when I go and played with him, the 2 times I played with him, his 9.6 died while we were playing. So this should last him all day. It's more consistent on power too. Now the rate of fire is not as high, but it's more consistent. So when you charge this up, pretty much the power is going to be pretty much all the same until it goes and it's about to die. And you're not supposed to let Lipos die, so you don't want it to get to that point where it starts to die. It fits perfectly inside of here, as you can see. Perfect. Just absolutely perfect inside of there. Better than that 9.6. It's a Tamiya, so it fits right up to this Tamiya plug here. This is an all-stock gun. I am going to be putting 13-1s in here. New piston head, because the compression is crap in this. Shoots 260 FPS. Thanks to KWA for having a non-ported piston head. There's absolutely zero compression in this cylinder set, so I'm going to have to replace the piston head, piston. I'll put Sorbo in here. 13-1s, like I said, probably use the stock motor with the 7.4 and hope for about 20 rounds a second. Should get it. Maybe a little less. So as you can see, performance isn't bad. It's really loud because there's no compression in the cylinder set. The piston head is just slamming against the cylinder head, and there's literally no resistance with the air. So function's fine. Is there a little bit of movement in there? There's a little bit of movement, yeah, with the Lipo. You could just easily fix that by putting, like, I don't know, some bubble wrap in there if you don't want the battery bouncing around, but generally, like, it's not going to hurt your battery, you know. Alright, so I will have an update on this once I upgrade it, but that might be a while. If you have a crane stock batteries can be a hassle. Crane stocks can be a hassle in general. You have to get specific batteries. You can get a 11.1 3-part. You can get these in 1200 and 2000 milliamp. This will last you all day at 2000. As you can see, it's a little bit thicker than a 1200, and this will fit one in your buffer tube and one in each crane stock tube, guaranteed. If you want to use the 7.4 like the one I just showed you, one can fit in each crane stock tube, and it's only a 2-part because it's a 7.4, so you don't have to put one in your buffer tube. So any 7.4 or 11.1 nunchuck is going to fit in your crane stock and buffer tube. Even if you have a MOSFET, you should be able to get one of those 11.1 free parts in there. And if you get an 11.1, you're going to get a 7.4 in there. So, yeah. Or you can get a stick, which is more taking a chance because not most crane stock tubes cannot house an 11.1 Lipo, and some buffer tubes can't even house an 11.1 Lipo. This buffer tube can house this Lipo. It's an 11.1 1200 stick, but it cannot fit in the cranes, in the buffer tube. So it's got to go in the crane stock tube. So, yeah. So that's that. All the Lipos retail for about $10 to $15, Nano-Techs. I think they go up maybe up to 20. I think they go up to 20 for like 1800 11.1 high C like brick. I think they go up to like 18 or something. Again, you can get non-airsoft batteries if you want a big brick, which I bought one of those 4,000 milliamp 11.1s and put on my ICSM4, and it's been on there for 2 years, and I've not had an issue with it, and it's so much power. For a SCAR, this is my SCAR. I traded for it, traded my USP. I was trying to get rid of that thing anyways, because I got my M93. I bought this grip, I bought the amp, and I bought the sight. So this is pretty much how you're going to see it. There is a Matrix turbo motor in here, high-speed motor. That's the only upgrade inside of this, so yeah. Battery-wise, if you own a Scar, you know Scar battery compartments are kind of crappy. This is the perfect battery for your Scar. It's a 1500. This should last you all day. If it doesn't, you can buy 2 of these and just swap them. But most likely this is going to last you all day. It's a 7.4. It's actually 20 to 40 C, so it's a little bit higher than like a 15 to 25. It's still not going to damage your gun. Any stock gun is going to be able to handle this lipo. I will put it out there straight. Without a MOSFET, you will be fine. So it fits in there perfectly. You can put it in your stock, attach the wire, and then slide it in. You know what I mean? If you have a Scar, you know what I mean. This battery retails for like, I think it was like $12. It's a great price. You can get 11.1 versions of these, I believe. I'm not sure if they're in stock. If you want like a 1500 or 11.1, that'd be perfect for like a full stock. You get even a bigger lipo though for full stock. I recommend one of the non-airsoft Turnigy 2200 milliamp 11.1 brick. It won't come Deans or anything, so you have to wire it to Deans. But I'll tell you, I had that lipo. It's like a $15 lipo, and it's 2200 milliamps. It was 25 to 35 C, and it was nice in a MP5 full stock. And if it fits in your MP5 full stock, it should fit in your M4 full stock. You may have to Dremel out some spaces depends on what stock. Or you can get non-airsoft. You can get like Glacier or whatever, kind of RC car stuff. That'll work for airsoft, but again, it's going to be more brick styled, and lower milliamp. That's only 1,000. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed the video. I mean, it fits perfectly in here. I'm getting 20 rounds a second with this battery. Yeah, kind of weak. Not a high-speed gun by any means, but it has a high-speed motor, so it's high speed, right? With an 11.1, this thing gets easy 30. Like, it just rips. But the piston will explode because it is a stock piston. Even semi's not bad. Pretty crisp. And that's 20 BBs a second there. And this is... I charged this last week. I literally charged this last week, and it's shooting that well. So, proof's in the pudding, right? Lipos keep their charge better over time. So if you let them sit, they'll keep charged. I wouldn't let them sit for a long time, like over 2 months. I just would not let them sit for over 2 months. I would use it and then charge it up. Alright, now this is giving me a hassle here. I think this is the second time it's given me. It's because of the Tamiya connectors. They're so fat. There we go. So then I have to put the screw in the back of this stock, but there we are. So if you have any questions, please comment below. Nano-Tech lipos are good, pretty cheap. Hobby King, go there and get them. Also, again, my UMP and my PTW should be done by the end of next week, so I should have videos on that. And my TT33 will probably be later because there was a whole mix-up with parts. They didn't order all the parts that I needed, so yeah. So I have to wait a little bit longer to get those, but that's fine, I guess. So if you have any questions, comment below. Can't wait to get the review done on the TT33. It shoots so well. So if you have any questions, see you guys later.